Welcome, everybody. Welcome once again to Reverse the Verse, the Cloud Imperium Game Community Team's weekly informal live stream with the fans. I'm your community manager, Jared Huckabee. With me, as always, is our Director of Community Engagement, Online Strategy, and Spaceships, Mr. Ben Lesnick. Am I looking at the right camera this week? I am looking at the right camera this week. Our Subscription Manager, Ms. Alexis Lesnick.
Hello.
Our Editor, Mr. Justin Chambers. And in the box, the man behind the scenes, the one you never get to see, Mr. Thomas Hennessy, our videographer.
You get to see me and hear me today.
Yeah, you know, the guy that, you know, when things go wrong and you're all blaming me, it's actually him. It's him.
I didn't know my desk was going to be in the background. I hope it's clean.
What's going to be in the
I
background?
hope there's nothing,
Oh, yeah.
nothing on
Yeah,
your computer screen.
Yeah, that's Justin's desk behind Hennessy. Can we see, did you leave anything embarrassing on there?
No, I don't think so.
All right.
I just have us up because I'm recording us.
That's right. All right. Well, if you've never tuned into Reverse the Verse, this is where we're going to talk a little bit about the week in review of Star Citizen development, give an update on our 2.4 that's on the PTU, talk a little bit about our upcoming Drake Buccaneer sale, then take some questions and give some answers to our fans in the RSI chat, and then finally talk a little bit about what's coming up ahead. Mm-hmm. So Ben, start us off, man. What did we do this week?
This week was a whole lot of getting ready for 2.4 and getting ready for the Buccaneer. I know you were shepherding the Buccaneer post that's going to go out later today, and Tyler was working on the 2.4 post that'll go up when 2.4 goes live, which is not going to be today. They're still struggling with the System 7 bugs and the issues focusing on the PTU, but we are hard at work. This week flew by.
Yes. We'd been working on a mini game. If you watched last week, we talked a bit about a mini game for the Drake Buccaneer. It's changed a little bit. We'll cover that when we get to the Drake Buccaneer section. Yeah, this week was a lot of work on getting the Buccaneer stuff. We got some nice renders from Chris Olivier coming in now. And,
we have one more render we're waiting for, and then we'll be ready to kick off the sale. So we're almost there.
Porto's still banging on the survey thing.
Okay, so we'll talk all about that
later. What else did we do this week? Did we do anything else other than 2.4 and Buccaneer stuff, which are our next two segments?
I shot a 10 for the chairman with me and Dave Haddock.
Ooh,
so
yes.
if you want to see two people who cannot answer the questions you really want, but we had a good time doing it. We got to talk about early days of the project and a little bit about Wing Commander and all that
I know,
stuff.
when the Wing Commander questions came up, I was like, oh my goodness gracious. It's a fun show, though. It's already up, though.
Oh, good. Well, we'll have that on Monday. We're not in the office on Monday because it's Memorial Day, which, you know...
We finally get a holiday.
Yes.
I feel like the UK gets so many bank holidays, and we finally get one.
Oh my gosh, they do. They get so many bank holidays.
But they have off Monday, too, so...
It's a bank holiday.
Monday's a bank holiday in the UK.
No, it's Memorial Day. You know, it's glad we have a vacation, but it's that you're supposed to remember folks who have died for our freedom and all that. So it's a good moment for that. I know lots of Star Citizen backers are in the service in different countries. So
departments around the world are prepping their monthly report.
Yes, I'm starting to chase people for monthly report. The deadline for the producers to have their reports to me by Wednesday with the images. We'll see what happens. But we're hoping to have that out next Friday. Not today, but one week from today. I feel like I shot some other segment this week.
Jim.
Yeah. No, that was last
week.
Boy,
We aired this week.
Yeah, this week on ATV, you saw Sandy and Zane hosting from the UK. It was nice to see Zane again.
Yes, he's been hidden in the UK all this time.
Yes, you could tell what a couple months away from the camera does to a person. But we appreciate you so much, Zane, for taking one for the team. And
Thank you very much.
ATV also had two great segments about the Buccaneer, if I do say so myself. I sit down with Matt Sherman talking about the design and the role of the Buccaneer and its place in the PU. And then Ben got to sit down with Jim Martin, concept artist and illustrator and creator of all of our Drake ships to this point.
He is not working on the motorcycle. So.
Yeah, that's why I said to this point.
Oh, at this point, okay. So all but one of the Drake ships. Technically correct, the best kind of correct.
Yes, all the Drake ships that are out and revealed, Jim Martin is working on.
What else happened this week? We saw X-Men Apocalypse.
we did.
So.
Yes, we did.
Everybody hated it except for me.
I didn't hate it. I just had
hate it.
serious
Wait, I think
problems
Hennessy-
with
I
it.
think
Oh,
Hennessy
look,
was okay
Tom,
with
you
it.
need
Did
maybe.
you
chime
unmute
in.
your mic, Hennessy?
Yeah, I said I didn't hate it though. I ranked it number 2 as far as the superhero films.
Okay,
we
well,
have
we're not
seen
hearing
this
him.
Yeah, I
year.
can-
We're not hearing you
can't
through the
hear you
thing,
in the
so
headphones.
it's all right.
Sorry. I was defending you, Alexis.
Thank you.
I don't think it.
I enjoyed
didn't
the
hate
ridiculous
It.
nature of the film.
Yeah, I just thought it was it was a film.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was fun.
Yes, it was a film. It was a thing a bunch of people worked on.
Which they reminded us at the beginning and the end.
Yes.
I know they did. Are they going to start doing those thank you speeches
don't
now?
know.
Weird, it's
I don't
strange.
know. Is the
They
theater
had this
business
video at the start of the
struggling?
movie. It was like, this movie created hundreds of jobs. And then there was a card at the end, like, 15,000 people worked on this movie.
And thank
They
you for
all
coming to the
wasted their time.
movies.
So, no, but if you are a person who was excited about a new X-Men movie,
Sorry.
then it's going to be just fine for you.
I think people will have fun.
Yeah, but it was a fun movie.
Isn't there another movie it's battling out though? Oh, Looking Glass comes out this
I don't even
weekend.
know what that is.
Alice.
Yeah,
I
Alice.
hardly call that a
Oh,
battle.
Looking Glass.
The terrible sequel to the terrible
Oh,
Alice in
now I
Wonderland
know.
movie.
Like I don't know what that is. Well, so X-Men will win this weekend.
All right, let's go ahead and move into 2.4 on the PTU. Get that out of the way. 2.4 is still on the PTU.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna. We had gonna go this morning. I don't think we're gonna push another build today. They're still working on those networking issues.
The error 7, code 7 disconnect.
Code
issues.
7. They've made some good progress on the other stuff, but we want to get those code 7s before we go live.
Yeah. From what I'm seeing, it's the code 7s, and they're doing a lot of work trying to get the server FPS up.
Yeah, and as they fix, we always get all the crazy bugs like spawning an M50 turns off the server entirely, and so on.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it's always fun to see those, and also heartbreaking.
Yes. But that's growing pains. It's part of game development. So
Yeah.
they're working on it. We've got the Evocati are still working hard. We've got the expanded PTU roster of our
Yeah, we added
subscribers.
we did subscribers this time instead of the next chunk. We thought it would be fun to switch it up, reward them for their support a bit. I don't know if going to PTU is a reward so much as extra work for you, a less fun game for a little while.
Yeah.
But we hope you enjoyed the testing.
We don't just try things in the game. We try things in our testing and in our community interaction. We're always trying new things. So this time we tried rolling out to subscribers. So
Oh, you know what? The other news this morning, which is much more sadder. That's not grammar. That's not good grammar.
this would have been enough. Yeah. All right.
No, Mark Skelton, our art director, is leaving. This is actually his last day. He did not tell anyone until now, which is amazing because he was working last night with us on the Buccaneer because he was ADing Chris Olivia's renders. He was up late night last night working with us, and then this morning we hear he's leaving because he's gonna stay in Austin. But we wish him the best. It's a shame to see him go. He's one of the folks who was here the earliest. And we've worked with him forever.
Such a nice guy too.
He's
So
yeah.
great.
He's
so cool.
But forever immortalized in the game. You can check out if you're a subscriber, you can check out the Locker from Another Universe.
Yes.
Locker from Another Universe includes the gold lame shirt that he wore bravely and fiercely on the Next Great Starship.
I saw
so yeah.
somebody posted a GIF on the forums of him sliding down the fireman's pole at the Next Great Starship finale in his
remember
gold
that.
shirt.
Yes. I was there with him, and we talked about doing it. And I'm like, there's no way I'm going down this rickety pole. And he was a braver man than I was.
But
So, yeah.
he has a thread that he started on the forums. So if anybody wants to
Say
send him
goodbye,
a message,
yeah.
he's got a thread in general chat.
Yeah. All right.
And now that I've brought you all down,
Good
And
job.
now let's go to the
Thanks,
Drake
Ben.
Buccaneer.
Do the rest
Happy
of
news.
Us, do the rest of us not get a week in review?
I
Is
know.
that
I
how
know.
this- is that
Yeah.
how this is?
I was wondering, but I didn't want to chime in.
Just curious.
Sorry, Jared. I was
didn't
gonna
get a
say
week in
something before you
review.
started, but then I was like, he's
Like
on
we
a
talked
roll.
about X-Men and your
Hold on. What did you
brain
do this
blacked
week?
out from
the
anger.
usual. I
Yeah.
did a bunch
Well,
of
actually, I
videos.
kind of had a question
we
for
did
the
subscriber
community
RTV this week.
so I wanted to
Oh.
ask them some stuff. The one time I did want
God,
to
Jared,
speak,
how could you not know
just
that?
didn't ask.
Go ahead.
We
Don't
rehearsed this.
be-
Well, I have Allie go first. She normally goes first.
Oh, I just worked. I mostly merchandise stuff this week. We have our. Wait, why is everyone laughing?
Look at Jared.
You know what? I'm done with my answer now.
We had a big live show this week, guys.
Oh yeah.
We had the. We had the.
Tom, you're on
subscribers.
camera. You're supposed to say that on camera.
We had the.
Because you guys can't hear me in there.
We can hear you.
That's why I came
We
out
can
here.
hear you. You're hollering. We can hear you.
Everybody on the internet can see me being spoken over several times now, so I'm done with my answer.
I remember when people were afraid we were going to get too formal with the show. Remember that?
Okay.
Remember that week?
What I have to say is like 2 seconds long. So we're thinking about retiring the money hat. And so we have a Captain Phasma
Oh my
hat.
god.
Or we have the Big Benny's hat. So next week, I'll have all three, and you guys can vote which one to keep. We've done this before. You guys said keep the money hat. We're going to do it one more time to see if we can get rid of the money hat. If not, I'll keep wearing it. Other than that, I did the normal stuff this week. Tom, for how much junk I get from you every day, I thought you would
my mic wasn't on,
appreciate
so.
that.
I'm just saying that was not worthy of.
Every
you know
day I
what?
have to hear Tom say, we should ask the community about retiring the money hat.
I didn't
and
say-
the
I just said we
17-page
retired.
Wikipedia articles behind it.
We're
And
moving
so
on.
now I mention it, and Tom's giving me flack for it. This is our life, guys. We love each other all day, every day.
X-Men really did a number on it.
The Drake Buccaneer.
The what?
The Drake Buccaneer.
Huh?
The Drake Buccaneer.
Oh, the Z95 headfinder?
I thought it was an ARC 170.
It changes depending on how you look at it, I guess.
Everything is derivative of everything, don't you understand? No, the Drake Buccaneer goes on sale later today. It could be in an hour, it could be in 3 hours. It's
I'm
we're waiting
gonna
for.
keep checking my emails.
Yep, we're waiting for one final piece of art and one animation to be added to our to the fun little add-on thing for the sale.
Let's talk about that.
Fun little add-on.
So last week we said we were going to have a mini game. That's not true at all.
No.
So we,
Turns out, after weeks of toiling on it, it wasn't fun. So we're going to hold on to it and make it fun and
Yeah.
use it for another sale.
yeah, we put together this like cookie clicker style game. We built the stuff behind it, and then last Friday, actually just after our
It's very
just
clearly
after.
not a Z95 headhunter, especially from the rear.
Yeah, well, so yeah, let me address that while I'm in between stories. It does look X-wingy from that first angle we did, but then when you look at the front, it's an attack helicopter. Everything hangs down. Anyway, so the minigame, we Turbulent developed this. We tested it last week, and we said, okay, it's not fun. It needs more work than we could have in a week for the sale. So we changed horses in midstream, and instead we're going to do this Drake customer survey where you're going to have these like Ultima style questions that you answer each day. You know, what do you use the ship for in this situation? You know, they're not necessarily good and evil, but more independent versus whatever the opposite of independent is.
Inclusive group.
Dependent?
I don't remember what the word we were using is.
It's law and order.
Basically, lone wolf versus part of the team.
Yeah, and the votes for these, there's 5 different situations you're going to vote on over the next 10 days, and then the winner will receive, this will decide an add-on package that will be given to everyone who purchases the Buccaneer during the sale, which is a set of currently existing Voyage Direct guns. It's like a 18,000 UEC values, and everyone who purchases a Buccaneer will get whichever gun wins. Lone Wolf versus team.
So basically, you've got your Buccaneer. It's $110. It'll come with your spaceship, your poster, your little mini model, just like all concept sales do, and LTI, of course. But for this sale, we're doing a special add-on. We're giving you an existing Voyager direct weapon.
Two. I think there's 2 in each package.
No, there's one.
With one
Yeah,
gun?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Okay. It's a size 4. We're giving you a big gun to swap out for that bottom one. It's just a question of which one. Your choices. The choices will determine what everybody gets. So, and we'll reveal that on the 9th day.
And there was something else about this I was going to point out, and now I've forgotten what it is entirely.
Well, it's an 18,000 UEC value. That's about $20 in real world money. So we're giving that away for free for people who buy the Buccaneer.
Sounds like it's like an infomercial now, but no, it is a good deal if you're into large guns and pirate ships.
Hey everybody, Billy Mays here.
We also sent a $10 coupon to all the Cutlass Black owners because we had said early on we wanted people to be able to switch their base Cutlass for a Buccaneer without having to spend money, and now you can. So
Yay,
hope
Buccaneer.
that helps.
And if you have questions about the Buccaneer, be sure to check out the ATV this week. Again, like we mentioned before, great interview with Matt Sherman and Jim Martin and whatnot. Yeah, it's answers many Buccaneer questions that folks had, and of course we'll do the standard Q&A posts next week. So, which reminds me that I need to create the Q&A thread and add that into the sales post because it's not in there right now. Good thing we're not live. All right.
Yeah.
Now we move to the part of the show where we take questions and give answers to our fans. So,
Hang on, we didn't actually talk about the subscriber RTV that happened this week. We should just mention that it happened.
There was a subscriber
We had a
RTV.
subscriber edition of the RTV this week, and we had. What is this?
I literally love us. Like I
Oh
wish I
my
could just
God.
take us all home
Never
every day.
mind. My weekly
Like-
review is done.
No,
No,
I
no.
want to hear about the subscriber
No.
RTV. The script. No, I
We
do.
had
It was
Matt Intrieri, we had Matt Sherman, and we had Calix on as our guests, and it was an informative little show. I thought
That was a good one,
it
yeah.
was a good one. Yeah.
We had wanted to have some folks in Austin. They got busy with
Yes,
2-4 stuff.
we originally had some different folks scheduled, and then these things change. So
thank you to our second choice, the LA design team.
It was our first RTV in front of the mural. That was kind of cool. It was
And then we will be rescheduling the Austin folks probably for next time or the
Yes.
time whenever they are not swamped with networking bugs.
It is literally so much
And
fun.
I'm just waiting to see if anybody else has anything else. before I
look,
go.
Well,
I was just trying to get my rightful turn in the week in review.
You know what else we should talk about that we can review? Sandy's Twitter picture today.
Yes.
Like, shut it all down. It's that's the end of the internet today. If you do not follow Sandy on Facebook, it is definitely worth a look. It is Chris Roberts on a boat,
Yes.
and it is. He looks so happy and ridiculous. It's wonderful. And it's Chris's birthday. That's the other
Yes.
thing we
Yes.
should mention.
I thought so. I wasn't sure there.
So happy birthday to our fearless leader.
Should we
Was-
sing him a happy birthday?
No, because that gets us in trouble.
Oh
We
yeah, that's
definitely
right.
will not
It's
say happy
Patrick's
birthday.
I think that's done
It's
now.
done now?
Yeah, I think.
Should we-
Yeah,
should we-
isn't that change?
Okay, let's try it.
Okay.
risk-
Guys, you may be seeing some-
2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Chris Roberts. Happy birthday to you.
And we all got these like
Those-
predator
those some
snipers on
beautiful
us.
harmonies you two did.
Thank
Now
you.
who's do the remix? Okay.
Lando, stop.
So
I'm
glad
so
we have a
disappointed.
3-day weekend.
You're not. You're gonna be in here tomorrow night.
I know. All right.
This is the part of the show where we take questions from you, the audience. So post some Star Citizen questions with the word question on both sides of the question so we know it's a question. And no when questions, please, because we don't know when anything's happening.
And if we don't answer the question that you ask several times in a row, there's probably a reason for that.
And we do see all the
We do
questions.
see the
It's
questions,
bubble time.
yes.
Everything you say.
Oh, the bubbles are
Oh,
starting.
and we take these questions from the RSI chat. So if you're on Twitch, go to the RSI chat.
And occasionally you'll see us make faces. That means we saw what you said that's special, but we couldn't respond to it.
I'm
So question number 1.
Bubbles.
Why do birds suddenly appear?
Because their
All right.
spawn boundary is incorrect.
Marking Playtime asks, what can you tell us about the Vandal language and other languages that will be in game? How soon could we see them in game?
I'm not sure how soon you can see them in game. And I personally can't tell you much about the Vendu languages, but we do have a video we shot about them that we will be putting in a future show. We had the linguist, movie linguist who developed the language come down and chatted with him a bit. I think it's just waiting for the right time.
Sim Taurus asks, is the bonus for the Buccaneer going to be 1 gun per purchase or 1 gun per customer? It's 1 per purchase.
Per purchase,
Yeah,
yeah.
every package, or every, it's not a package, doesn't have a game package, but every purchase comes with a poster, comes with the mini ship,
And
then the additional special gun.
So if you're the kind of guy who likes to buy multiple $100 Buccaneers to get multiple $20 guns, I like you.
Will people CCUing their Cutlass to a Buccaneer also get the weapon pack? No, because it just changes the ship that's inside the package. It doesn't give you...
I wonder if I bet we can make that work, though. We could probably run a script after that gives everybody who has a Buccaneer at the end the gun.
All right, look
We-
for a
we
post
will
later today. Let us talk to Turbulent.
So yeah, it won't happen necessarily, but I will swear here before all men that we will make it work. Sorry, Felix.
All right. Hi, Matt Sherman.
Hey, everybody.
Where'd you come from?
Off stage. It's a magical land where we actually are making the game.
Well, I got a question for you.
Uh-oh.
Will the Buccaneer be armored like the Hornet, the 325A, the Mustang Delta, etc.? Enyo wants to know.
So our armor systems are still a little bit in flux, getting the exacts of what we want that gameplay to be. So probably have some semblance of an armor item on it. In terms of will it be as like durably armored as something like a Super Hornet? Unlikely. It's not a self-contained little M1 Abrams tank, so it's not heavy armor or anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Semphis Rythorn wants to know how you think the Buccaneer will compare to the Gladius.
Overall, the Buccaneer, if you put them side by side, the Buccaneer has in terms of guns what the Gladius has in terms of missile and ordnance capability, and vice versa, where the Gladius, it's got some guns on it that can hold its own, but it really has a crap load of missiles versus the Buccaneer just having the 5 pretty decent guns that it can put to bear on a target.
Did that answer the question?
Yeah, I mean,
All
it's
right.
how Gladius to Buccaneer. I mean, they're overall. I mean, they're sort of staged around that same point. Like a lot of the Gladius tuning, handling, and stuff like that is sort of where we're looking at starting when we get to the actual build out on the Buccaneer and start putting its flight characteristics in place. But then, giving it its own its own distinctions to make it different from the Gladius, but still in that same relative class.
Okay. Hey, Ben. Is
Hey.
it just me, or is Jim Martin's way of talking really relaxing?
So Jim Martin is one of those people who you meet them and you just know they have a kind soul. It's hard to explain, but you feel like a warmth of calm wash over you when you're talking to him. He is such a nice guy. For somebody who has been in Hollywood for 30 years, 20, 30 years, something like that, and has designed some of the most spectacular spaceships ones we all grew up with, the Space Beyond stuff, the Starship Troopers, what's the big one I'm forgetting? The Defiant from Deep Space Nine, and he's just totally, there's no ego. He's the nicest guy in the world. I would work with him forever if I could.
He's very nice.
What recipe was Ben talking about during the audio test? Put 5 pounds of cheese in the microwave, if I heard correctly. Now I want to know the rest of it because it's bound to be awesome.
That is not a real
delicious.
recipe. We were discussing low carb foods because these 3 of us and soon to be 4 of us are on a low carb diet, and that was the ridiculous joke one at the end of all the pile hot dogs in a certain
I don't know. That
direction.
sounds like a good start for a great queso dip.
I think it was
It's like, okay, 5 pounds of cheese, here's a pound of jalapenos, a little bit of onions, some tomatoes, just get all that stuff mixed up right.
No, we were trying to come up with food Hennessy could bring to the office. That was it.
I like cheese, so
Hennessy
that was a
does
good,
like
good
cheese.
idea.
I don't think we can possibly explain the Hennessy cheese connection in the time we have left, but it's sincere and deep, abiding.
Yesterday he asked me if I've ever wrapped a slice of cheese around a piece of string cheese. So that's where
Good idea.
That's where his cheese level is at.
Oh, yeah.
It's absolutely
Yeah, no,
delicious.
you take the.
Take like a slice of cheddar or American
I have
cheese
bundled
and
string
wrap it
cheese,
around
though.
a string cheese. It's delicious.
Yeah. On this diet, you take a string cheese, you take deli turkey, you wrap the deli turkey around the string cheese, and you wrap American cheese around that. You just eat that, and that's my keto treat.
Keto Trito.
Keto treato. That's
When I-
making me so pretty. Look how pretty I am.
By
When
the way,
I-
all the kids are calling it keto these days, but it's still the Atkins diet.
Because we're old. Well, he died on the diet, didn't he? That's why they don't call it
He
Atkins
didn't die
anymore.
on the
Slipped
diet.
and fell or something.
Yeah, but he was because he was lightheaded from his diet.
Still just a low carb
I'm
diet.
pretty sure the low carb diet killed him, so they stopped calling it Atkins. I don't know. I'm not.
No, Atkins still exists as a company.
Zombade asks, can we actually rent this space part of the intro video? Yes.
But not for money.
No, not for money. You have to figure out how.
Jules.
Gold.
Artifacts asks a question that occurred to me late last night, and I went, crap. So who were the winners of the Schumann mining competition?
Crumbs. Because
Yep.
we canceled that meeting an hour.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, next week, I promise.
We forgot. We forgot.
I didn't
in our-
forget. I came in on Monday and thought, man, I didn't look at any of those mining stories like said I was going to.
So
Let's try to have it early next week. Cool.
I will use a portion of my holiday weekend to go through and pick my top 5.
I have top 5. I can send you mine and.
I could use my whole holiday
Have that
weekend to
5.
play D&D.
AB asks a question: are there plans to offer the flare items from past concept sales in the store?
No, not
That's I know who that is, and we've talked about it in person. So we're working on what we talked about.
And that's an answer only for them in person.
Well, no, I just it's a specific situation. So
No.
I you know.
No.
So we do plan to make them available in the game. You know, you can go to
Right.
the store and get your painting of a Buccaneer. Not necessarily on the website before then. We're trying to move away from the Voyager Direct stuff on the site as much as possible. Right now, anyway. So.
Yeah.
Shadow the Ulf has a question that a lot of people have been asking. With 2.4 going into May and possibly June, will previously expected 2.5 things be added to 2.4 before it goes live? Will they be pushed
No,
back?
we're not going to be adding big new chunks of content to 2.4. It will be patches after that, and there's work going into that stuff right now. The folks who are not needed on 2.4 are already working on the things that will be included in 2.5. But it's a losing scenario to continue to try to add new content and then test it as though it's the previous patch. So
The Dread Beast feature creep. Reliant is definitely shaping up though, so really excited for when we get that flight ready for you guys. But just like Ben was saying, we've got to build that. It's got the features that we want right now, and we don't want to trip over our own feet getting that out the door.
Okay. A Vacation wants to know if there's any update to the Tabaran race design that we can share.
nope. Still waiting for the Predator's in a holding pattern, so we're waiting for a little bit more. I think Dave mentions them a bit on this next week's Tim for the Dave Haddock, so check that out.
What did we title that one? Did we? Okay.
Yeah, they're all technical developers now. So, Chanley Prime asks, odds of Orion owners getting a loaner prospector to test mining?
I think that depends. Maybe the Orion will be done before the Prospector. We don't have the schedule to put out for either of those yet. But yeah, I think we would do that if that scenario were to come to pass. Another question I saw earlier was, are we going to do loaner starfarers for folks who own big ships? And the answer to that was yes. Now I just make up my own questions and answer them.
Captain Jonesy wants to know: do people who traded in their Cutlass Black get a $10 coupon?
No, it was only folks who had one on their account when we ran the script yesterday.
Yep, and those have all been sent out.
Yeah.
So everybody who at present or at yesterday, as it were, owned a Cutlass Black, had it in their inventory, got a coupon.
I actually got mine. I had an original pirate pack that I had upgraded to a blue, and I did get the coupon yesterday. So if it was, I think it may have been if you had one of those original packs as well. Because I didn't get my email until this morning about it, but I did get a separate coupon email on my personal account.
We'll look into that.
I mean, it was still the original 2012 pirate pack, so.
Yeah, the script might have worked in that fashion.
You're the one with the questions.
Good
on
talk,
this.
guys. Good talk, guys. Good talk.
We won't tell you what I just Google searched.
I will.
What did we just Google search?
You just looked up Mrs. Howell from Gilligan's Island. I'm not sure why you did that though.
Because Snowman 127th asks who played Mrs. Howell on Gilligan's Island,
Oh.
and I couldn't remember her name. Her name was Eunice Wentworth. Well, that was the character actually. Who the actress was?
Eunice is
Natalie Schaefer. Natalie Schaefer. Natalie Schaefer.
Did they put question in? Oh, they did.
They did.
Okay.
Yep.
Fair enough then.
Now, was she still the actress in the Gilligan's Island movies? Because I know the Howells aged out and got replaced by like Thurston Howell IV. Did he have a wife, or was she still in that last movie?
I think they were still in the Harlem Globetrotters one when they visited Gilligan's Island.
Yeah, and played against robots. You should see.
yeah.
Yes, it's a
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
Oh god.
Oh, that's what we're doing this weekend.
Yeah.
We're watching the Gilligan's Island movies.
All right.
There's also a TV show where they get stuck in space. A cartoon
Oh wow.
called Gilligan's Planet.
A lot I don't know about Gilligan's Island.
everybody goes to space.
Yeah, the cartoon was terrible. Like Gilligan's Planet was just.
It was one of those Filmation limited animation.
Dream Killer wants to know: is the camera better in the UK? Around the Verse looked amazing this week.
No, same camera.
Don't get Tom started
Yes.
on that.
Yes, the camera in the UK that they used is better than the cameras we use here. However, someday that might
Can
change.
people hear Tom that are watching?
Yeah,
I know.
he's got a mic and.
I don't know.
Does he? Okay.
Okay, that's
I just
fine.
wanted to make sure.
I said that the camera they use in the UK is better than the cameras we use here. That's
Ah.
fine. But someday maybe.
Hey, Matt, Red Avenger wants to know what the progress is on the Carrack.
Getting some updates to its design. Can't go into that many more details, but it's definitely getting another solid pass, making sure that it's going to deliver that big jump point plotting exploration gameplay that it was always billed at. So hopefully in the next month or so we'll have something cool to show you guys, but no other details than that for now.
Well, I will tell them that this guy right here had a fantastic idea for the.
I
ship.
want to save that.
I'm not gonna tell them what it is.
Okay,
But
yeah,
when
yeah,
they
yeah.
see it, him.
Yeah. There's we've got a treat planned for it. So yeah, hopefully you guys will like that when we get to reveal all the new details.
We're such asses.
Oh yeah,
We're such
my
asses.
D&D alignment is Chaotic Castle.
All right. Dane Breach wants to know any updates on Organization 2.0. This question was asked during our subscriber live stream, and I said, ask it again on Friday because we answer this every week. Organization 2.0 is actually part of a much larger improvement to our overall communication platform. It'll be part of a replacement for our forums, our RSI chat that we're taking questions from now. So it's in the process. It's being worked on. It's spec'd out. It's approved. You just got to build it.
Turb's working on that now.
Very cool. If we get half the step we're trying to do, it'll be very cool.
It's a Chris Roberts project. We're gonna get it all, but it's gonna take longer.
Yeah.
The ultimate timeline, eventually.
Mike Edwards, I'm not going to ask that question because I promised Ben.
Wait, what is this question?
Nope.
I have to know now.
Nope. You don't want to
You
know.
whisper it to me?
You don't want to know.
Whisper it to me. Do whispering.
This is what happens when you break Jared on live streams.
There's a question about the 6000 SUX.
Ah, okay. No, I didn't want to hear that.
It's good. Yeah, it's good you didn't whisper it to him.
Officer Rondog. Good job, Officer Rondog.
That's one you can pronounce.
Yep. I'm not even going to ask the question. I just want to say Officer Rondog. Good question, Officer Rondog.
But not good enough to get asked.
Kraken would like to know, how is the Buccaneer a second take on the Cutlass? It has none of its features. The RIO seat, the search and rescue, the cargo. The original Cutlass was supposedly a utility dogfighter.
So one of the conundrums of the original Cutlass was, at one point, it was effectively built to do everything all at once exceptionally well, better than every other ship, to some level of interpretation. And that doesn't fly for good balance, good design, having good risk-reward inside the universe.
No, but
And
I want
so-
my one ship to be better than all the other ships.
Yeah,
At
and
everything.
no.
I just want one ship that's better than all the other ships at everything.
Yeah, and that's what we're actively trying to avoid. We don't want, and I've
But it's
said
my
this a
favorite
bunch
ship.
of times,
But
we
it's my
don't
favorite
want
ship.
one right answer ships. We don't want something where you get this one ship and you never have to choose to fly another ship because, oh, this does it all at once. So the Buccaneer is more to take the fighter interceptor aspects that were originally intended with the Cutlass and double down on those. That is very much purely built around the combat, purely built around fighting and assisting with the larger ships in that Drake family. So, I mean, there's still work to be done on the Cutlass. We definitely have to do some redesign and rework on that, but it'll be to give it a more distinct and purposeful place inside the Drake family, as opposed to a weird potential, like, oh, it's a one-stop shop for everything.
Sim Taurus asks, will we see variants for the Buccaneer?
Potentially, it's unknown right now. Right now, a lot of it is
I
more
really
just
like that.
get the core design or the concept sail out, but have more of its flexibility come from what components you actually choose to install in it, what loadout you decide to set up moment to moment, as opposed to a bespoke variant like some of our older ship models were, like the 350 or like the Mustang Gamma or Omega.
Nightwing would like to know, will the gun that comes with the Buccaneer have LTI? It's just a Voyager Direct gun.
Standard
like
Voyager
it
Direct,
is.
yeah.
So it's just like buying a gun on Voyager Direct. So it's the same scenario as that. We're just giving it to you for free for buying the Buccaneer because we love you. And we'll miss you this weekend. Okay. See, it's not good when I try to be nice and it doesn't
No, it seems
work.
really
Because
sarcastic.
it comes
doesn't
off
work.
as sarcasm.
It doesn't work. Not good at it.
You just have to try harder to have
That's
feelings.
pressure questions.
No, just go to the list. Will the Reliant go on sale again when 2.4 goes live?
Yes, it will. And the Starfire and the Gemini. And the new gun, the
Plasma
flavor
shotgun.
blast, shot blast.
Plasma shot.
No, it's the Flavor Blast shotgun now.
Plasma
No.
shotgun.
No.
Going into heap. Gonna rename it.
No.
Flavor Blast shotgun.
Unless you also decide to do all the code implementation to have its ammo run off ecto cooler.
They're bringing that back.
Yeah, I saw. That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Greatest high C flavor ever.
Is that to tie in with the new Ghostbusters movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only for women now, though. You can't.
Well, it'll be
Don't.
bad that if the ecto cooler is the best thing about the new Ghostbusters movie.
I'm excited about the new Ghostbusters.
Hey, we saw a preview for a movie worse than that yesterday.
Did we?
Yeah, the one last night.
Tarzan.
Not the British
Oh,
trailer,
I've
but
seen,
the
I've
current
seen
one.
that one already.
Right, the Tarzan
Oh, the
trailer looked way
Tarzan.
worse.
Oh, Tarzan trailer.
What did you think
Yeah.
he was talking about?
I thought he was talking about the Ghostbusters trailer.
Oh.
No, I said worse than
said
Ghostbusters
yes.
was Tarzan.
Oh, worse.
though.
Wolfman would like to know if we know if the Caterpillar price will be going up a lot for the Hangar Ready sale.
I haven't talked about it yet, but probably a little bit, at least.
Well, since we don't have to decide until the time comes.
Yeah.
So huge.
And we've also talked about, because they did so much cool concept art when they were working on the interiors. We've talked about doing bringing it back for a couple days at the concept price sometime in the next couple months before it's done.
Officer Rondog wants to know if police lights, sirens will be a thing. I asked him because I didn't ask his last question. We're gonna have police lights and sirens in the game at some point? Like the Cutlass Blue?
Did it? I don't think it has.
In theory, it's not. I mean, it's not a sure thing. We could just say, oh yeah, any ship will have this stuff, but it's also inside the realm of plausibility because we do have light items that are attached to the ships, and that's how you have all their exterior spotlights and stuff like that. So,
although to what degree,
thing, but it's not a sure thing.
To what degree it would be useful is another question mark.
Space Rave. The Wizard Canuck asks Ben,
Oh my god.
do you love the return to Zork like I do?
Yes. I celebrate the entire Zork canon.
I used to play Zork on an Apple IIc computer.
Actually, I was sorting through books in my office the other day. I found a Zork choose your own adventure book. So, Zork.
Zork.
By the way,
Actually,
being eaten.
I endorse Zork.
Being told you're going to be eaten by a grue in text without having any idea what that was genuinely terrifying back in the day.
Quick one I'm going to just grab out here. So Altered Perceptions was asking, during the interview segment yesterday on ATV, I had mentioned the Cutlass was around a Reliant in terms of cargo volume. I actually rechecked those numbers after we had filmed that segment, and I was actually wrong. The Cutlass should have a bigger interior hold than a Reliant, so it'll be a bit more spacious cargo-wise there.
What'd you say?
Oh my goodness.
I heard everything. I'm on board with the plan, but explain it all to me again. I wasn't listening at all.
I like what you're saying, but tell me what it was again.
This is a great idea. I love it. What's going on?
Well, Reliant variant owners get a loaner Reliant core in their hangar in 2.4 and a flyable core when that happens. You get the flyable.
You get the flyable, not the loaner in the hangar, because that system doesn't work that way.
Yeah, loaners are just for flying. So once the Reliant is flyable, those who own the news van and the skirmisher.
It's the Mako, the Sen, and the Tana, which are our news van, science vessel, and skirmisher, respectively.
The Origin wants to know, I was two-shot in the cockpit of PTU 2.4J several times with full shields. What will you do about this?
That's sort of an odd question without also saying exactly what ship you were in, what ship was attacking you, what weapon did they kill you with. So,
But if you feel it's a bug, report it, and we'll look into it. Yeah.
But I mean, in the same sense, I think we have those new plasma shotguns on one or two of the ships in the PTU, and realistically, say you're in a Merlin or an M50, and someone gets 2 hits with those on your cockpit, the likelihood of you dying is tremendous.
It's like my mom always said, don't get shot.
Good advice.
And if you do, use your flavor blaster.
No. Farrell asks, will the Buccaneer be offered in a game package as well, or just a standalone ship?
Just a standalone ship for the concept zone. We don't like having those packages where you don't get to see the ship.
Can you still get a $10 coupon if you've just bought the Cutlass?
No, I'm sorry. It was a single script. We ran it yesterday.
And Cutlass Black owners got the discount. Will Cutlass Blue and Red owners also get it?
No, it's intended for Cutlass Black owners who want to switch to the Buccaneer, which was something we'd talked about early on. The Cutlass Blue and the Cutlass Red have different roles, and they're also more expensive than the Buccaneer, so you can still switch to it without having to spend extra money. Because I mean, we talked about that. Like, what if we do that? what if we? And then the next question is, oh, why not Herald and Caterpillar owners? And then so on and so on. So this is a promo for Cutlass Black owners. We want them to have the choice. Everybody else is in the same boat.
Knight Rider has a question for Ben Lesnick. Will characters in Star Citizen be able to wear hats backwards like Tyler Whitkin?
I have no idea.
We did talk about that.
Hey, look, we have a character concept artist here. Hi, Jeremiah.
Hello.
Hi, Jeremiah. At least one person wants to be able to wear their hats backwards.
Yeah, we did talk about that for the Shubin Miners.
Mm-hmm.
So the only problem is clipping with the front of the hat. And if you're wearing like a backpack or an EVA pack, that thing will clip into it. And so if we were going to do it, I would say it would restrict what you can wear. But it has been discussed regarding the backward hat. So I don't know what's going to happen, but we did talk about it. So,
It would be great.
Did
disables EVA.
did they think Tyler was? Or did they think Hennessy was Tyler because his hat's backwards?
I don't think so.
No, I just put the
Yeah.
Oh, he moved it
hat
backwards.
on
Okay.
because
Okay.
What does your backwards hat say?
Rocky Freedom.
Oh,
it's the only hat I have in the
gotcha.
office.
I can't see it from this far. Why aren't you selling a Murray Cup? That sounds like something you have to earn.
Yeah, I feel like you would definitely have to earn them.
But I want to buy my first place
or the World
award.
Cup or the
Yes, for the
WWE
same
Heavyweight
reason.
Championship belt. No.
I have a WWE World Heavyweight Championship belt. I do.
What's made out of?
Hey, everybody,
It's the old-
Super Bowl
Not
rings.
It's the old
Rhinestones.
it's winged eagle design too. It's my favorite.
Do you wear that on
Started
dates?
watching wrestling again recently at a buddy's house. It's
I appreciate that you think I go on dates. I haven't been on a date in
That's not true. We all went on a date yesterday.
Yeah, scroll
no,
down the
nope. I have not been on a date in many moons.
I will say that I've never randomly run into you in the apartment building wearing your world champion belt.
No, it's in a display case.
Oh, okay.
Womp womp womp.
So can you imagine going down to like the laundry room or the trash and just have Jared there in a wrestling outfit?
But hanging out by the dumpster in
Yeah.
a wrestling outfit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
You
see
see
that.
that?
All right, I'm wearing it next week. Next
I
week's
would
RTV, I'm wearing my WWE,
to not see that.
WWF World Championship belt. It was before it was
Officer
WWF.
Rondog has another question for you.
I don't want to see that.
Officer Rondog asks a question I'm not going to read out loud.
will you, Jared? So will you?
No.
Jared Williams.
No, I'm not going to do that. That's
what a
not a
shame.
thing I'm going to do.
So tweet your questions at me, and I will answer.
I read them when they're. What will the loaner ship for the Buccaneer be? Oh, Hornet.
Hornet,
It's the same
yeah.
as most single seat.
We like
Fighters.
giving out dem hornets.
That's our trademark ship. Goat Simulator. Waste of space, insult or compliment?
Compliment.
Goat
Everybody-
simulator. That's all it can ever be. I mean, it's nonsense incarnate. So
It's
yeah,
funny.
let 'em
I
lampoon
played
who
it.
they want
I
to.
played it once, and it was a double goat thing.
Oh yeah, I mean they've riffed on zombies, they've riffed on MMOs, they've riffed on survival games. Yeah, of course they have to riff on space. They're the parody central.
I know there are these people out there who don't want their they don't want their movie on Mystery Science Theater. They don't want their thing to be taken less seriously. It's great. I mean, it means we've made it. If somebody's making fun of us at that level.
Yeah, and what was the old thing with Weird Al songs where it's like for musicians it's like you know you've made it big when Weird Al parodies your song. So it's like maybe Goat Sim will become the Weird Al of
I'm
indie
seeing
games.
Weird Al at the Hollywood Bowl in July.
Oh man.
So Weird Al, if you're out there,
I love you.
We'd like you to cover. If you want to do a Squadron 42 song, we'll hook you up with Pedro.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine? All right, Zondor.
Weird Al and Pedro, that would be a great RTV.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm already having some terrible ideas on what song to use as the basis.
Zondor asks, Jared, will you be using any more of your awesome image scrambling techniques? Not immediately, but we'll probably do another image scramble someday.
Yeah, we came up with some better ideas for how to do it next time. We're going to do one tweet instead of a bunch because everybody retweeted the same
Retweeted
one over and over.
different-
Yeah, I
yes,
think messed up. Nobody needs to see 4 scrambled chips in somebody's feed in a row. So we'll probably do one tweet and then a site where it descrambles gradually. But we'll save that for another day. We don't have to do the same thing over and over. I am sure Jared will be using his descrambling in his personal life, but not at work. Gonna see if anybody's tweeting questions at
Jiro
me.
would like to know who put the bump in the bump bump bump. That's Justin.
What?
Kirk
I was going
Doug-
to say nouns.
He's like, I heard my
Always
name.
blame it on
I
nouns.
know.
Kirk Douglas says
here,
that
I'm
lab
here.
mics for RTV are badly needed. That's
Okay.
the only question I've gotten, and it wasn't a question.
Good job.
It's from all the bouncing on the table.
No.
We should get shock mounts.
Well, when we get the desk, it will all
Sorry,
be.
we can't hear you out here. Don't know what you're saying.
They
I
can
don't
hear
know.
me. So when we get a desk that we
We're on
can
a
put the
budget.
mics through, but
We can
the
actually
problem-
hear you.
The problem with the lav mics is when somebody like Matt Sherman or Jeremiah Lee comes in
Not
to
naming
join us,
names or anything in
I
there.
they would not be able, then it's a big ordeal to try to get them mic'd up. Where the table mics, anyone can sit down and kind of answer questions. So it's there's a give and take.
So what you're saying is you appreciate the work I make you do to keep my head in frame on some of the videos.
Well, that was me who kept you.
You keep me on my toes.
In the video.
Hey, are we planning to do another movie marathon weekend?
We should. I mean, we should at least do the new Star Treks before the new one.
Yeah.
When's the new Star Trek come out? In July?
July 22nd.
Okay.
Problem is, Twitch doesn't like us using it for movies. It's not game related.
It's YouTube.
So we'll probably have to use our YouTube.
Oh, did they tell us something?
Yes.
Yes.
They got very angry at us.
That means we're important.
That is not what that means.
Anything but, really.
So, da.
I do think we should do it where we have a microphone in our ear so we hear the movie and it doesn't bleed over.
Well, now that we
Hennessy
have our,
is just looking
no,
at
no,
you.
now we have our audio thing that we're not using.
So, what if we
What?
would talk to each other and the movie's like in an action sequence?
This is a very piecemeal kind of operation. We're doing this like live talk show kind of with equipment that was probably meant for much more simpler stuff. So we do our best and we continue to improve as we learn new tricks. So, like the headphones.
Bartender would like to. Bartender asks, "Heyo,
Heyo.
Heyo.
is
Heyo.
2.5 scheduled for June?"
We don't schedule it like that. It's after 2/4.
It's scheduled for after 2/4.
Yeah.
It's 2/4
Yes.
scheduled when it's done.
Yes. Let's get past 2/4. Officer Rondog says,
You're
"I
giving-
love you guys."
Giving
That wasn't a
Officer
question. That
Rondog
wasn't
a lot
even
of
formatted
airtime
That's
today.
because
know.
of his previous question, or
Wrong
offer, I should say.
Rondog.
See, this next patch adds the flyable starfare and persistence, so it's really kind of a twofer.
Well done. Well done. Good pun.
You see the
Good
terrible pirate joke I have at the top of the Buccaneer sales page?
No, but I wrote
really
a couple
bad.
myself.
Oh, I put one in there. It's terrible. It's garbage. It should not go out live.
Oh, did anybody catch Ben's pun with Jim during the ATV?
Good job.
I think it's a
that's how
no.
much time
No.
we're spending on that.
Good job, Justin.
I caught it when I was editing.
What was it?
But you left it in there
I
while
did.
you were editing?
I did. It was, we can have our Drake and eat it too, or something like that. What was it, Ben?
Oh yes, have a Drake and eat it too. Yes.
Yeah.
that's-
Could you explain to us what that means? Keep going, please. that was very loud, Lando.
For people to-
All right.
So I want to report that Chris Roberts is no longer on a boat. He is now reviewing Buccaneer specs and has a question for Matt Sherman. So I'm going to add you to an email right now.
Oh God.
It's mass. He wants the confirmation on the mass.
Okay. So fun thing for you guys to know, getting accurate or semi-accurate weight and mass of ships, as easy as it may seem, it's like, oh, here's a volume and here's how density and physics and basic stuff works. When you start going into crazy sci-fi text, so much of that goes out the window, so it gets really odd at times to really dial in, okay, this is how much the thing actually should weigh for its structure, for its components, for all that stuff. I get to go.
All right, and that's been this week's Reverse the Verse. We hope you enjoyed it. Coming ahead, we have a 10 for the developers with Ben Lesnick and David Haddock on Monday. Are we going to have a Bug Smashers on Wednesday with the abbreviated week?
Yes, I have already scheduled early morning shoot on Tuesday with Mr. Abent, so plan on it. Book it.
Bug Smashers on Wednesday. Around the Verse on Thursday with a Lore Maker's Guide starring Adam Weiser. And if we get it wrapped up, a behind-the-scenes look at the Q&A's work on 2.4. So, and then we'll be right back here in another week. Also, the Buccaneer sale will go on all through the next week.
We're doing 2 Buccaneer Q&As. We'll be having the monthly report on Friday, so look forward to that.
And be sure to do to take the Drake Market Research Survey. That's part of the.
Why is everybody petting Lando?
That's part of the Buccaneer sale. It will help to determine which special 18,000 UEC weapon you get in addition to your Buccaneer purchase.
Seems like it would be like an icon. Lando would have like a gold halo around him, and we'd all be touching him.
He could see us. So like I was doing it, like thinking he's thinking it's Jeremiah, but he could see me.
No, he knew who it was.
Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm Jared. That's Ben. That's Alexis. That's starts with a J.
His name is Justin.
That's Jeremiah. That's Matt Sherman.
Who's gonna go weigh a spaceship that doesn't exist yet?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And that's Thomas in the box. Play us out, Thomas.
Hey.
Bye, guys.